Hey guys, welcome back to the page, and let's talk about dent removal and removing small dings from panels. And the goal is to show that you can hammer and dolly a lot of these dents with very little experience, not a lot of tools, without just filling them up with body filler. Body filler is always used. You will never hear me knock down a guy who uses body filler, but the goal is not for it to be the end all be all. I would encourage everybody to learn how to do a little bit of hammer and dolly work or hammer and wood block. Doesn't matter what you use, but there are ways to bring dents up, take high spots down, and it's pretty simple. And what I did here, guys, I came in with the sander and I took this area down to the bare metal because I knew there were some dents there, some dings where something probably slid forward in the bed of this truck and hit the front part of this bed. So where paint is left in the areas, I know that's where the low spots are. And the basic premise when removing dents or fixing dents are everybody sees the dent and people want to fix the dent first. But you always have to remember that wherever there's a low spot or a dent, there's a high spot around it. I call it a ring or a wave around it. If you drop a rock or a pebble in water, although it goes in the initial spot, you always see the waves that radiate going outwards. Well, dents are no different. If there's an impact or a dent in one spot, there's always going to be a high spot or a ring that pops up around that's kind of like that wave. So one of the things you have to do, aside of bringing the dent up and fixing the dent, you also have to take that high spot of that ring around it and bring that down so the two meet to make level ground or level beach, if that makes any sense. So some people work the outside in, some people work inside out. You know, really doesn't matter to me which way you get it done as long as the end result gets you what you want. So one of the things you'll see me doing in this video, and I'm going to speed this video up in a little while at a certain point, but one of the things you'll see me do is I will hammer from the back side, I will hammer from the front side, but you'll also see me go back and forth to the sander because I'm checking to run it over and see how high I brought it up. So the goal is to eventually run the sander over this panel and remove all of the blue paint that was in a low spot. And it lets me know that I have the panel pretty flat. And the goal is, it's not a show car, it's not a show truck for me. I won't get this perfectly flat. I won't sit here and metal file and work it and do all that. I will get this close so you can barely feel it with your finger or a fingernail. And then I'll come in with a very, very lightweight skim coat filler. And I will spread a little bit of filler on that. Then it'll take very, very minimal sanding to knock that filler off and get the panel level. And in a couple of days, once I get all this thing roughed up and get everything back to bare metal, I'm going to come in and shoot some high bell primer on this. And as you've seen in other videos, I've been working the back fenders for this. This is a step side. So really, really soon, this thing's going to be completely in high bell primer. It's pretty smooth because I've worked it to replace the inner floor mounting rails in it. And we've worked it where the roll pan goes. There's been a lot of custom work, which I'm probably going to go over the custom work really soon that's been done in this truck in terms of filling the caps, filling the holes where the tailgate goes, the latches, lots and lots of work and filler. And it's kind of just smoothing this thing out for a really sleek, clean look. So I've done one dent and you can see me work over to the other. And it's the same process. This was a much bigger dent. So you can see the blue center area, but I'm going to do the same process, hammer from the front, hammer from the back, work the area, get it smooth. And then once everything is done to satisfaction or where I feel like it's good enough for what we're going for with this truck, I'll come in with a little bit of filler. You'll see me spread that. And I'll let that sit and cure overnight. It's a little bit cool today. And I typically like to let my filler dry completely out. Sometimes I'll put a heat lamp on it or I'll use a heat gun to pull all moisture out. I know a lot of people, a lot of companies say, oh, you can sand it in 30 minutes or 60 minutes is ready to go. It's not completely cured out from the inside out, in my opinion, of letting things sit, of letting things cure out. Then coming back in a couple of days after we've had all shrinkage, solvent evaporation, and then working those panels, working that body filler, the paint, whatever it is. So guys, a lot of times longer is better instead of trying to shrink it and cram it. This is restoration work. This is not, quick flip work. There is a difference. I'm not knocking any of those things. I mean, a job's a job, money's money, a career's a career. I just happen to do things a little bit more patient, a little bit slower. I have the space and time to do that. So like I said, I'll put this body filler on. I'll let it sit overnight. I'll probably still come back tomorrow and bake it a little bit just to make sure there's no moisture in it. That's one of those things I do. I mean, I sprayed a couple of fenders a couple of days ago and I still haven't. It does give me the result that I want. So I'm not going to overtalk you guys. I've kind of shown you, I've talked about what I'm doing. So from here, you can watch and see how I continue to work this and then come in with the body filler. And if you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, please share, jump in. The goal is always to create an open forum type dialect in the comments. This is a place where I think we can all share and learn if we keep it positive. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe, share with a friend, like it to let me know that, hey, I'm going in the right direction. And I want to bring more positive content and helpful content to my DIY community. Teaching that don't be scared of it. Pick up a hammer, pick up a paint gun, give it a try. It's just paint. The sander is a magic eraser. You can always take it off. It's metal. It can always be cut and put back on. You can heat it, shrink it, Let's not be afraid to try these things and dive in, guys. So continue to watch, continue to enjoy the content.